Hi, I'm Maggie, and this is my presentation of what form of media I like the best. And basically, I picked Last.fm. I would like to start off by showing you my purse. First thing coming out of it, my iPod. But basically, it just goes to show how far we've come in technology. From just 60 years ago, we just had records, to now having these little iPods that hold up to say 100 records. So Last.fm is basically a site where you can like different bands, and you have basically a list showing all the bands that you've liked over the course of the account that you've made. So you can connect that website to like your iTunes list or the web or media Windows player, and that way every time you listen to a song, it always adds up. So you have a list of songs that you've recently played, what songs you played the most, and it all adds up. And you can connect it to websites like Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and that way you're connected to all three sorts of places. It also is a new way of meeting people. I've known people who've met through Last.fm because they were so compatible that they sparked up a conversation, and it was a new way to meet people because you do have friends on there, kind of like Facebook, where you can add people and leave comments. You can do that and talk about music as well as meet new people. So it's also a good way to combine music in more ways than just listening to it, but also being able to talk about it with each other. A good thing about Last.fm is that you are able to listen to new music. A lot of people use downloading music as an excuse as to not buy a record. Well, Last.fm gives you the option of being able to listen to something before you buy it, because you sometimes can listen to new music that comes out because they have certain radio stations. Say you want to hear the new Beyonce song, you can go to the Alicia Keys radio station and Beyonce will come up and you can listen to it. It just depends. So it's a good way to listen to new music without having to download it and using downloading as an excuse, because, we're all guilty of downloading stuff before, but I don't think it should be something that's done frequently, just because people do work hard to produce what they produce, and we're just taking advantage of something they do as a career. Tumblr is also a good way to share music. A lot of people post music by artists, and people share it on their blogs, and I've personally found out about a lot of new bands from Tumblr, and have posted like a friend's band that they wanted me to publicize. So whatever I post, my followers can see on their feed, and if they choose to listen to it, they can listen to it. And it's a good way to get more bands out there and to find out about more new bands. That's one thing I like about Last.fm and Tumblr, is that bands from across the country that you probably have never heard of, you have a chance of hearing about them or listening to their music because of those websites. So it works for both ways. It works for the listener and the artist who makes the music, because they both get something good out of a free website available to the public. The internet has definitely come a long way in being able to help people listen to new music. Just thinking that 10, 20 years ago we had cassettes and CDs that was basically one album. Now we can just buy a new album off of iTunes, and just like that you have it, and you're able to put on your iPod into this one little piece of plastic or metal, and you can hold that, and you have like so many albums and so many choices instead of having to carry this big bulky case of CDs and deciding on which one you're going to listen to. You have the option of just clicking a button and seeing what song you want to listen to, what album you feel like listening to. You have so many options. Facebook is also good with showing off like different events and different shows going on for different bands that are touring. It's a good way to let people know what's going on in their town and to publicize certain shows that are going on so people actually show up. I feel that a lot of bands will tour and nobody will know about it because, you don't just look this stuff up. You kind of just hear about it by word of mouth. So Facebook is a good way to get the word around and let people know what's going on show-wise, and which helps the bands too, because they want people to come out. They need the money to tour, so I feel like it works both ways. Also, the internet is helpful with buying merch for bands. A lot of times, people can't make it out to shows, or they miss out, or they don't have time because they work. So, a lot of bands have labels, and the labels will sell their clothing online, and they each make a profit from it. So it works both ways. A lot of the ways the internet is responsible for being just a lot of different ways that people are able to come across music. It's weird how this topic went from Last.fm, but also, the internet is responsible for it in all these different ways that people are able to listen to music and support the music. Thank you.